sun illuminates the eyes behind these tinted lens. Deep within your mind is hidden gems. Take the time to dig.
What's good, people? Back with another video, so you know it's that time. Let you know what's on my mind. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Check out the other videos when you got time. And we about to get into another reaction video, man. Today's reaction video gonna be a woman who allowed her sister to stay in her house, and her sister destroyed the house when she kicked out, man. Let's get into it, man.
So let me show you what a spiteful, ungrateful family member did to my house that I own in Texas. She lived here while I foot the bill for a year.
It's a damn shame, man. It's really a shame, man. It's really hurtful when people who are supposed to love you and people who you love and people who you go out your way for do, even outside of family, not even just family, just people in general that you love and supposedly love you back. You know, man, you go out there, go out your way for them to do something for them, and then they just dog you out and do some slick shit like this right here, man. It's really a sad situation, you know, and it's very painful and hurtful to the person who's on the receiving end of it, you know. But 9 times out of 10, man, what you gotta understand that the people who do these type of things, they don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care about nobody else. You know what I'm saying? More than likely due to the fact that they don't care about themselves. That's what make them do this type of thing. Cause somebody who respect themselves would want to disrespect somebody else in this type of way. People who respect themselves respect others until other extenuating factors come into play, such as self-defense, things of that nature. I don't know what it is about people feel like they can destroy other people's property, but I'm telling you right now, man, look here, don't be destroying nobody's shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you know you can't pay for it, and you know, and it's done out of spite, man. It's totally done out of spite.
In Texas. She lived here while I foot the bill for a year. She didn't pay the bills. I stopped paying her bills, and because she had to leave, she decided that she was going to destroy the house. She's completely destroyed every bit of this house.
All right, man, see, let me just say this right here, man. Being relatives with somebody don't make you family. You can't choose who you related to, but you can choose who you relate to. What I mean by that, just because you share the same blood with somebody don't necessarily mean that y'all family. You know, it's the bond, it's the relationship, it's the love, it's the respect that make y'all family. You can meet people that you never knew all of your life, and then they can be more of a family to you than the people who supposedly be, you know, that you slept in the same bed with, a shared pallets with, a ate bologna sandwiches with. Like, they can be a lot more family to you than those people. And your real family will stab you in the back a lot quicker than others most of the time. If anything else, it's just for the simple fact that they know you and they feel like they can get away with it. So you can choose who you relate to. You can't choose who you related to, but you can choose who you relate to. Just because you share the same blood don't mean that your family is about the bond and the love and the respect. And then for 2, you can't do things for people that they don't earn, because when you do things for people that they don't earn, then they start to feel entitled to it. You know, she said she allowed her sister to stay there for a whole year rent-free, and I'm sure she was doing it out of the kindness of her heart, you know, just to help her sister out. But anybody who don't have to put in work for something, they not gonna respect it the same way, especially if it's not theirs. You know, even you know, you can look at it even when people get stuff that they don't earn, you know, and it's theirs, they still don't respect it. You know, that's why a lot of times they lose it, they damage it, they mishandle it, they mistreat it. But when you work for something, and when you have to save up and put in your blood, sweat, and tears some, and make sacrifices for some, you respect what you have a lot more. You know, that's why you can't just be going to be giving away your stuff, giving away opportunities, giving away yourself, giving away your body. You know what I'm saying? Just for people that's not gonna appreciate it, man, because they gonna handle it just like anything else. And that's a character trait as to where if you don't have no appreciation for certain things in your life, you know, more than likely you're not gonna have that appreciation for other things in your life. Basically, an unappreciative person is gonna be unappreciative in all circumstances and all aspects. And allowing them allowing her to stay there probably gave her some sense of entitlement. So when you tell her, I can't pay these bills for you no more, you already staying in my house, you gotta move, you gotta start paying your own bills. She already had a sense of entitlement where it's like, I'm entitled to staying here, regardless of whether this your house or whether you allowed me to do it or not. You develop a sense of entitlement. And I guarantee it's a sense of entitlement because it comes from a place of envy or jealousy more than likely. When you do stuff like this out of spite of you respect somebody's stuff, you appreciate them. If they do ask you to move because you ain't paying that, then you gonna leave their stuff respectfully, And her sister was probably already envious of the fact that she even had a house for her to live in. That's probably the underlying fact that she just dealing with an envious sibling. Probably, like I said, her sister was probably already upset that she even had a house and she don't have a house, and she upset at the fact that she even had to live in her sister's house. So you couple that with a sense of entitlement and you got a recipe for disaster.
Every bit of it. It's unreal what she did to this house. And to think that I paid your bills and made sure you were comfortable when you couldn't. This is what I get.
And that's go back to another thing too, man. If you gonna help people, you gotta help people who be willing to help themselves. If her sister was going through a rough patch and she needed somewhere to stay, that's all fine and dandy, But a whole year, man, that's more than enough time for somebody to start getting their shit together. You know what I'm saying? And at some point, if she really appreciated that, her sister should have came to her and be like, "Hey, I know you paying the bills. I know you allowed me to stay here. You know I ain't got it all right now. I'm still trying to get back on my feet, but here's something. Let me offer you something to show you that I appreciate you allowing me to stay here." Once people who appreciate stuff that you do for them, they do stuff like that. They go out their way to try to pay you back, even when they may not necessarily have it. And a lot of people don't understand yet that it ain't necessarily about the money all the time. It's about the effort and the willingness and the appreciation that you show people for doing stuff like this. So she can be staying there for a year and just say over there, yeah, she stacked up, I don't know, $1,000, $1,500, because if you staying somewhere rent free for a year and you ain't doing nothing to make no money, you ain't trying to, you're not really trying to better yourself. You really just trying to be a leech. I guarantee you, if her sister would have offered her something, then she would even if it got a little tight on her to where she couldn't continue to pay the bills, I'm sure that she will be more than willing to work with her sister even more. I'm sure she just got to a point where she was just totally fed up of having to do everything without receiving any compensation and no appreciation. So she had to, and then at the same time, she losing money because this is her house. She could be renting this house to somebody who could afford to pay to stay there. Instead you dealing with an ungrateful sibling. So that's that sense of entitlement, like I said, man. And if you gonna offer your help to people, then only help people who willing to help themselves, man. That's the only way.
How I'm thanked. This is what I get. This is how I'm thanked. If you know my sister, you probably know the kind of person she is.
See, and that's what I mean right there, man. That's a telltale sign. She said, if you know my sister, you probably know the type of person that she is. That means that your sister was giving you some type of signs that she is not the type of person to deal with, But because this is her sister and she, was in a position to help, she was willing to help strictly for the fact that it's probably her sister and she trying to, do it out of the kindness of her heart. But, man, you can't let that family shit get in the way, man. You gotta treat people with the respect that they earn. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, when somebody show you who they are, you gotta believe them, And that statement right there alone just let you know that she already know her sister was dealing with or had some type of unappreciative attributes about herself. Maybe she was just plain irresponsible. And that's another thing too. Let me say this too, man. As a grown person, you are not entitled to take care of another grown ass person. If you wanna go out of your way to help, then that's cool. But don't never put yourself in a position where you can be ruined, or you can take a loss because you're trying to help another grown person. Everybody got the same 24 hours in a day. And if you see somebody striving to do something, but then they falling a little short, and then it's cool to offer some help. and help them out. But somebody who just not doing nothing, you know, and who just want to be a leech and who obviously not trying to improve in life. Everybody need help every now and again. You know, everybody could always use some help, but it's the person helping themselves first. No matter how much help you give them, you're not gonna be able to help them if they not willing to help themselves. And a lot of times it'll be to your detriment, like this woman right here. You know, you gotta respect the signs, man. You gotta, you know, no matter how hard it is, man, you just gotta learn how to tell people no, and don't feel guilty about telling people no when you know it's for the better for you. You know, that's what it pretty much boiled down to.
She's not even my sister anymore. I'm done. The house has been locked up. No trespassing is on the door. So don't bother coming here. And I know eventually somebody will show you this video.
Now you.
Okay, so we got music at the end of this video, and the way she handled that's the best thing for her to do. Just completely cut off. Don't even deal with it no more. Because once somebody go to this extent right here to hurt you, then they obviously don't care about you. They obviously don't appreciate the things that you done for them. You got to beware of these type of people, man. That's why I said, man, just because you share the same blood don't make y'all family, man. I promise you. Just to recap, man, the things that we can learn from this video is that relatives don't mean that you're family. So you can't choose who you related to, but you can choose who you relate to. It's about the bond, it's about the love, it's about the respect, it's about the relationship. So, you know, so when you give people things that they don't earn, they're gonna feel entitled to it, you know. Nobody really appreciate nothing that they get for free. The right type of people appreciate the things that they get for free, and they'll reciprocate their energy. But when you're dealing with these type of people, which is the next point, is like beware of the signs, because she was aware. She obviously knew what type of person her sister was. Don't never give them type of people nothing for free. Make them earn everything. Even if you want to deal with them in the first place, you know, you really shouldn't even deal with them, because you're not entitled to take care of another grown person. It's okay to help, but only help those who are willing to help themselves. Because like I said, at some point, man, a whole year, you know, living somewhere rent-free without paying no bills and nothing, you know, you should have been able to offer her something, you know, do something to show her gratitude, you know. So only help people who willing to help themselves, man. And with that being said, man, that's today's video, man. Make sure y'all stay on y'all grind. Don't let nobody stop you. You don't need validation from nobody but yourself. And until next video, I'm up out of here. Peace, love, I'm gone.
Illuminates the eyes behind these tinted lens. Deep within your mind is hidden gems. Take the time to dig. Always so conscious with no conscience, feel unconscious still. How can we budget trying to bond all these monthly bills? They taught us lies about the world that really wasn't real. Hidden agendas that have still yet to be revealed. They took the minds of our little girls and poisoned